I'm going to start just telling you briefly about the theoretical framework that I use to inform my work. Vygotsky was one of the original theorists here, and he emphasized the importance of understanding the individual in the social environment. So we look at ways that children participate with others. They can be adults, siblings, peers, and how those social interactions foster thinking and learning. That's Kara again, Kim Walker, credit. This is, I think you're first. I am Elon. And so you know Donna, because you went to this. So Kara here is working in a collaborative way with the children. They're at the creek behind the school, and she's pointing something out. I don't know what. I'm going to talk to you about 3 social processes that foster cognitive development briefly. The first is the zone of proximal development, or the ZPD. This is proposed by Vygotsky as a way of understanding the difference between what you can do alone, unassisted, and what you can do with some help. Here we have college students helping children in Turkey. They're planting window boxes. There's a lot of excitement in the room. These children haven't had their hands in dirt all that often, and they find a worm, and they're screaming with excitement. And the teacher goes with it. She gets a magnifying glass, and she has been trained in Reggio Emilia herself. So the college students are also extending their own ZPD, or their own ability, by learning how to work with children in different cultural contexts. This is a schematic of the ZPD. So you have here what you can do without assistance, what you can do with some assistance, or in the zone of proximal development, and then things that are just beyond what you can do. Of course, a couple of things matter. One is the challenge level of the task at hand, and the other would be the level of competence that you're bringing to the situation. So it requires sensitive scaffolding. Another social process is bridging, where you draw a connection between something that you already know and something that is new. I'm going to give you an example here. So this is an interaction between a mother and her child. They are playing a game where they're matching animals to the habitat. So she's asking some questions here. What do you think the saltwater fish eats? And the child says, eats the water. Mom tries again, eats the water? What do you think he eats? The child says, I don't really know. So I bet he eats other smaller fish. And the child says, ooh, that's not something comfortable to think about. Maybe he eats certain kinds of sea creatures that live on the coral reef. And the child says, coral reef, what's that? So Mom creates a bridge here where she reflects back to Nemo, a film that he knows well. So remember, in Nemo, and he says, oh yeah, that thing they brush their teeth with. So the coral reef. It's a nice bridge because he gets the reference immediately, and so she helps draw the connection. Here we have Donna sitting with Lior. I love this. Lior is dictating his story to Donna, and she is writing down his story. This is beautifully showcasing the process of intersubjectivity, or a mutual focus and a shared sense of attention. It helps keep children engaged, and also you can tell how much fun they're having. They are both really have mutual regard for the task at hand.